Hello, one and all. This is Chaya, and I'm here to break it down. No, I'm not dancing today because I don't feel like dancing. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to get straight to it because the level of pissed offness that I have right now is at an all-time high. SCOTUS. If you don't know what SCOTUS or who SCOTUS is the Supreme Court of these United States. Now, the Supreme Court is reversing a precedent called Roe v. Wade. The Roe v. Wade decision came down in 1973, before I was born. And it basically said that it's a woman's constitutional right to make a decision on whether or not she goes through with a pregnancy. Now, there's so many levels to this decision that it's not even funny, because this was a checkmate move by the Republicans, okay? This is something that they've been working on for a long time. And when the news came down, it was just like, say what, say who? But it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. You want to know why? Because sneaky is as sneaky does. And when I say these are the most sneakiest, lioness, backbitingest, non-religious, but want to call themselves religious bunch of people on God's green earth, okay? Because on one end, you're talking about, oh, the babies, they're killing babies. But when babies are actually born out of the mother's womb, and they have feet, they have legs, they have a heartbeat, they're walking, they're talking, and they get shot down or killed down because of your whack-ass gun laws and because of your obsession on guns. Oh, that. You're not going to take away my Second Amendment right. Now, I've had plenty of conversations with people about this, and people agree with me and some people don't. Let me first say that I love the Lord. I am a God-fearing woman. I trust him, I believe him, and I depend on him for my very existence. Now, do I agree with aborting a child? No. No, I don't. But I don't agree with any man and or woman now telling me what I am able to do with my body. That's where my stance is on this, ladies and gentlemen, because I have been a victim of sexual assault. I've said that on other videos. It's not a secret. I've said that. So being a victim of sexual assault and having your rights violated, having your person violated is a vile, disgusting feeling. And this is exactly what SCOTUS just did once again. Now, does this apply to me? No. You want to know why? Because I don't have a uterus, so I can't have an abortion. That was taken out years ago. Another story for another day. However, if I had a daughter, I'd be very, 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 very heartbroken and upset. I may not have a daughter, but I have a bunch of sisters. I have a bunch of nieces. I have a bunch of cousins whom I love with all my heart. And I don't want their rights being violated either. Now, Roe v. Wade came into effect because there was a pandemic. There were so many women that were doing back alley abortions and trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff, mutilating themselves in order to have an abortion. And the Supreme Court, like I said, in 1973, was a landmark decision. They said the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose. That's all. Now, red states and red governors, they have started passing these laws about you can't read certain books in your schools. You can't have abortions or anything like that in our districts or in our states. So they were making it hard for people to number one, get liberated in their mind. Number two, be at liberty to choose for themselves. Now, there have been tons and tons of cases over the past however many years that we've had, past 60 years, that precedents have been overturned. Remember, Plessy versus Ferguson was overturned because Plessy versus Ferguson basically said separate but equal. Remember? You have Brown versus Board of Education. I was just like, no. Separate but equal ain't it. It's not it. So that's when Brown versus Board of Education came. Loving versus Virginia. There's so many precedents that have come because of the fact that let's keep it a buck. The Constitution of the United States sucks. You want to know why? Because when it was written, people that look like me were not even considered human. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is all human melanated goodness. Okay? But when the Constitution was written, they weren't writing it for people that look like me. They weren't writing it for women. They weren't even writing it for white men that ain't had nothing or that ain't owned nothing. That Constitution was written for a specific few. So if you want to keep it a buck, all of that needs to be dismantled, including the fact that you have these SCOTUS nominations and nominees that are able to have a lifelong appointment. What do you know in 2022 that's lifelong? There's no reason why Clarence Thomas should still be on the court. There's no reason why Amy Coney Barrett should be on the court. There's no reason why Brett Kavanaugh should be on the court. But you know what? They are. But there should be term limits. Everything has a beginning and an end. So if you serve on that Supreme Court for however many years, your record should speak for itself. And at the end of your tenure, you should be like, okay, I'm going to retire. Not that I'm going to die to end this appointment. Where they do that at? Anyway, I was late to the party, but I did get a chance to watch over and over again. And that is Handmaid's Tale, Margaret Atwood's Handmaid's Tale. And she had a genius book that came out in 1985 that basically talked about a dystopian universe where far-right men and women took women as slaves and made them procreate for the commanders. When I say made them procreate, that means that the commanders raped them while the wives held them down. If you've never seen Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, baby, you better go get you a box of tissue, box of popcorn, and call it a weekend. Because let me tell you something. After that first episode, you're gonna be like, it's on Hulu, child. I had to get Hulu, the upgraded version of Hulu, because I was like, I can't have no commercials. I got to see this full on out. But Handmaid's Tale, like, people like me would technically have been a handmaid because I'm divorced. I'm married now. Yes, I am. But because of the fact that I'm divorced, I would be considered a handmaid, because I'm not, quote unquote, going according to the word. So I would be in Gilead with the rest of them being pinned down by the mistresses of the house while the commander raped me. And when I think about this decision and how even in 2022, as women, we are still not free. Let's not even go to the color of it. But because of the fact that I had a uterus and I was able to get pregnant, and I don't have a penis between my legs, that means that I need somebody else to make a decision on what I do for me or what I think is best for me. Someone that has never had a period, never had a cramp, never hemorrhage, never ever threw up, never had a miscarriage. There is no way on this earth where you think in your corrupted little puny mind that's okay. It's not okay. And I'm a little emotional because of the fact that you don't understand what women go through. You'll never understand what women go through. And because of the fact that I've been through some things, baby, and I don't go around shouting it to the rooftops and all of that stuff, but I've been through some things. And there's no way that a man should be able to come in and tell me, hey, you can't do that. I'm going to write a law that says you can't. So my suggestion is, because there's more women in this country than men, take them reins back, baby. And we're going to start writing some laws for these brothers, since they think they know what's best for us. Castration, maybe? If you force yourself upon a woman, or if, there's so many things that we can think of. So the Republicans in this country have been saving up their ammunition, because you know they like their guns. Saving up their ammunition to get these Supreme Court justices appointed. Trump did every slimy thing in the book to get these Supreme Court justices passed. Let's not even go to Merrick Garland with Obama in his last year. And turkey neck Mitch threw that out the window. Yes, I said turkey neck. And what? This, like Childish Gambino said, this is America. This is the United States of America, people. I'm so very upset about this. And the fact that it was leaked, the draft of the precedent being overturned was leaked. And now Chief Justice Roberts is calling for an investigation to who's the mole. Well, when you have, I'm just saying, know those who labor amongst you. But I listen, I ain't doing Gilead. Gilead was where everybody lived in Handmaid's Tale. I'm not doing Gilead. No. Now, Jeremiah said that there was a balm in Gilead. So, you know what? Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at the balm in Gilead. Because this country, baby, we need some healing. Healing, healing, healing. And on that note, that's it for me. I done broke it down.